Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are doing well. And yes, I hope this video finds you doing well as well. Well, y'all, we have some breaking news, or at least breaking today, if you're watching on the day that this uploads, that a case has now been, or more or less a conviction has now been overturned. One that I would have thought was an open and shut case long time ago, and it has been so quiet for so long after the sentencing that we all saw on the news, the whole debacle that took place in the courtroom with Jessie Smollett. And yeah, it looks like we've got some new news, and somebody got an early Christmas present this year. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Yes, indeed. So according to NBCnews.com, it appears that Jessie Smollett's conviction and hate crime attack hoax was overturned by the Illinois Supreme Court. Now, the state's high court ruled that Smollett had been wrongfully charged after entering a non-prosecution agreement with the Cook County State's attorney. The conviction against actor Jessie Smollett for falsely reporting a hate crime to Chicago police in 2019 has been overturned by the Illinois Supreme Court over prosecutorial issues. Now, Smollett's case was reviewed by the state's high court, which ruled Thursday that the former Empire actor should not have been charged after he entered a non-prosecution agreement with the Cook County State's Attorney Office. Now, the judges noted that the case generated significant public interest, and many felt the case's original resolution was unjust. Nevertheless, what would be more unjust than the resolution of any one criminal case would be a holding from this court that the state was not bound to honor agreements upon which people have detrimentally relied, the ruling said. Dan Webb, the special prosecutor who brought the second case against Smollett, said he respectfully disagrees with the court's factual and legal reasoning. He noted that precedents in Illinois case law did not explicitly prelude a new prosecution after dismissal without prejudice. Make no mistake, today's ruling has nothing to do with Mr. Smollett's innocence, Webb said, noting that his team spent 2 years developing the case. Smollett was sentenced in 2022 to 150 days in jail and 30 months probation after being found guilty on 5 counts of felony disorderly conduct. The actor told police in January of 2019 that he was the victim of a hate crime, having been brutally attacked in Chicago's Streeterville neighborhood because he is Black and gay. 2 men, brothers Abolingo and Amabola Asundario, were arrested in the investigation. But the Chicago Police Department later said that Smollett recruited the brothers to help him stage the attack. Now, Smollett was arrested in February of 2019 and indicted that March on 16 felony counts over allegedly filing a false police report. The charges were later dropped, however, by the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. Now, the prosecutor's office said at the time that Smollett was willing to turn his bond over to the city and engage in community service. Because of that, the office said it believed this outcome is a just disposition and appropriate resolution to this case. Now, Chicago Police Department leadership and then Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel, I think it was Rahm Emanuel, criticized state's attorneys Kimberly Fox over the decision. Now, Emanuel described it as a whitewash of justice and a moment of special treatment for Smollett's celebrity. A special prosecutor revived the case following the original deal and charged Smollett again in the case, ultimately leading to trial despite objections from the actor's attorneys. Now, Smollett was repeatedly denied the claims that he had staged the attack, testifying during his trial that there was no hoax and that he was truly attacked. that night. He testified that he developed a friendship with Amabalo Asendario during the man's time on the set of Empire as a background actor. Now, Smollett also said that the friendship included doing DRUGSs, going to strip clubs, and engaging in sexual activity. Both brothers said that Smollett hired them to stage an attack as a ploy for public attention during the trial, noting a $3,500 check Smollett paid them. Now, Smollett's defense said that the brothers had been taken advantage of and Smollett for financial gain, and that check was written to them for personal training services. Well. I am so shocked about this turn of events. Quite frankly, I really did think that this was a case that was open, shut, and then closed for good. I did question one of my friends in regards to, did we ever hear about what would happen with that remaining time of jail sentence that he got with the 150 day sentence? Because I do remember very vividly, because it had popped up on one of the news channels, one of the main ones, giving us some of that insider information as far as the courtroom when the sentencing was going on, and of course his reaction to that sentencing. He had all his family there. It was actually really just unfortunate and sad to actually see. I felt for his grandmother, being 92 years old, I believe she was at the time, having to endure this, no matter whatever the situation was, just being put in that position. I just really felt for her. But he did continue, he being Jessie Smollett, I think, basically put it on that he wasn't going to stop until he got the resolution that he saw fit for this situation. I do believe he claimed he was innocent and therefore it was not, okay at all by means of what ended up happening when the sentencing occurred back in 2022. So since things have been so quiet for so long, I personally thought that the case was done and over. And I just remember not too long ago, literally saying, hey, whatever happened to that case? But I never had the opportunity to go back and check into it. So at least at that time, you probably would have just seen nothing new. But then look what's going on today. Now, I remember when this situation first broke, how, initially you wouldn't have thought that anybody would ever put a hoax together or something like this. Not of his caliber. He was a major celebrity and TV television star, if you will, for a very popular show at the time. So it just made zero sense that you'd put yourself in a position to cause a hoax for what, right? But then as time went on and things started coming out, then it became a situation where you're like, oof, okay, maybe we weren't right, maybe we were, and things will just have to reveal itself later. I don't know. At that point, it just became one of those things where I just kind of like indifferent, because it was just such a ridiculous situation. And I just thought, well, if he really did do this, my goodness, how dumb would that be? But he kept fighting. And I just said, well, I guess, as I say a lot of times, we'll just see what will come of it, and we'll see what may, right? And here we are. So the conviction is now being overturned. I am shocked, actually. Not too much shocks me, especially now, but I am shocked about this, because I really thought that this was a done deal at this point with the conviction and the sentencing, everything intact. So I would love to know your thoughts about this. Oh, hold on one second. I would love to know your thoughts about someone else is excited about it as well. I would love to know your thoughts about this particular case and what is going on with this. Are you shocked? Are you surprised? Did you believe that he wasn't really guilty in the first place? Do you think it was an over indulgence of over punishing him, that type of thing? Just what your thoughts are in total to this situation, because this is kind of insane, isn't it? Ooh, 2024, boy, I tell you what, man, I'll be really glad when we get out of this year. But yeah, so that being said, definitely leave your thoughts, especially in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation about it. And yeah, I think that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not already subscribed, and be part of the family, be part of the community. I would love to have you here. And definitely let me know, again, your thoughts down below. Make sure you also keep your notification bell on as well, because I do have another video that I am working on in the editing format that I should be dropping a little bit later. I had to adjust some things with it. It was actually supposed to be the first video to drop for today, but then I had to make some changes. In the middle of those changes, I saw this. So I said, oh, well, let's hear him get this out here to everybody and let them know what's going on. And let's talk about this one too. So definitely keep your bells on all notifications so you don't miss that video as well. And yeah, I think with that, I will bid you adieu. You take care, be blessed, and I will see you next time. Bye. Woo-wee. Unbelievable.